One more fight to go in this live session. Ramazan Paliani in the blue corner from Turkey, and Bekzat Sаттarhанов of Kazakhstan. There he is.
Paliani, a very decent technician, but he's not really shown his best form yet so far in these Olympic Games, and I just wonder when he's going to start to turn it on. But he's been doing enough to win.
So Paliani from Turkey in the blue corner, the bronze medalist in the World Championships last year at Houston in Texas. Sаттарханов from Kazakhstan, former silver medalist at World Championships. Paliani in the blue had a real close one against Haider of Pakistan, 5-4 in the opening round, and then had a stoppage win in the second round against Vladimir dos Santos Pereira of Brazil.
He looks useful, doesn't he, Sаттарханов?
Yes, he does. A win against Bobby Mamadou Tiberiu of Romania, 14-8, and another points win in his second round match against Jeffrey Madabulu of South Africa.
Oh, lovely left cross there from Paliani. Didn't score.
Yes, wide open there, Paliani to Sаттарханов's follow-up right. Trading follow-up punches at the moment. The winner of this, a reminder, will take on Tahir Tamzamani. At the moment, neither looks capable of beating him.
No, he's a very busy young fellow, isn't he?
Later on, we've got the light welders, the light middles, light heavies, and the super heavies. And we'll record the fight between Frederick Esther and Marin Simeon, because that should be a wonderful fight. That's at light middle. And a reminder that later on tonight, we have Audley Harrison going up against Alexei Mazakin. Difficult to give you a precise timing, but I think around 11:45 is our final session of the morning live for you here. We've got another session at 9:30 UK time, 10:30 Central European, but 11:45 UK, that's 12:45 Central European, the final segment of our live shows, and in that we will have Audley Harrison going for his medal against Alexei Mazakin of the Ukraine.
Back to this, Salim Paliani there is, well, as you can see, a point behind, but it's just actually come back. And Ramazan Paliani is a very useful technician, one of the old throwback of the old Eastern Bloc style. But I must admit, this Sаттарханов is quite an attractive boxer, isn't he, Simon? Nice style.
Yes, Paliani far from having it his own way.
And Kazakhstan has looked so strong in these championships. Well, I did say we hadn't seen the best of Paliani yet here in Sydney, and you know, I don't think we're going to see it, to be honest with you. He just seems a little bit flat.
Yes, he does. Sitting the pace, but he doesn't seem to have too much idea. Well, he seemed to score with a right there. Didn't register, instead of which Sаттарханов registers with his. And he's now looking very good indeed. Soon he'll be able to coast on that lead and counterpunch to his heart's content.
And he is a very definite counter-puncher, Sаттarhanoff. As you can see, he's more likely to go back than he is to come forward. And as you said, Simon, it's been a very successful strategy so far.
Yes, Paliani, his first really hurtful punch, that follow-up left, which did score. And he's still within striking distance, just 2 points adrift as we get to the halfway stage here.
Well, good counter-punching from Sаттarhanoff.
Not such a good fight as Tamzamani against Perez, but it's just as close.
Just trying to think who might come out on top in that one. The winner of this one against Tamzamani. I mean,
I fancy Tamzamani at the moment.
Busy boy, isn't he? But then again, he's up against a different type of boxer, a true counter-puncher. If Sаттarhanoff gets through...
Bottom half of the draw is the strongest, as we mentioned earlier. Somrat Kamsing of Thailand, the Olympic champion, wonderful performer. Ricardo Juarez of USA, brimful of talent, the bottom half.
Not forgetting the Cuban and the Russian.
Yeah.
Terribly difficult, isn't it?
It is.
Hard pick.
A little easier at the top half of the draw. Nothing's easy at this stage, though.
Halfway point. And Ramazan Paliani still looking to close the gap, and because he looks so flat, I wonder if he could.
Interestingly, his lead punch scores there. That hasn't often been happening, but you can see it did have immediate effect. Sаттarhanov's head jolted back, and now he's in front.
Well, isn't that a turn-up? Oh.
Much more aggression now from Paliani. He's stepped up the pace, and he's been rewarded.
And Sаттarhanoff would just better hope that he's smart enough to keep this as long as possible. Paliani, of course, needs to close the gap. Sаттarhanoff doesn't. He just needs to sit back on that space. And that's the safe distance, the comfort zone, if you like.
Once again, Paliani just edges in front.
Oh, goodness me. What a punch that was. A right hand there, really jerking back Paliani's head and almost knocking his head guard way off.
Just being straightened up. I thought he might get a standing count there.
Tell you what, if he hadn't caught it, it'd end up in the cheap seats, wouldn't it? It was a hell of a punch, that one.
Although they're not exactly cheap here.
No, they're at $65 today. I think they are the seats.
What were you telling me for the final?
$355. It's about 18 quid in English money.
The Australian dollar's not doing too well, but it's not quite that bad. But it's great for us.
Fantastic.
In every way. 9 each then, as we come to the close of this third round. And the last promises to be nip and tuck.
And during that hiatus, they both were informed of the score. Of course, you can't see that down here, but there's lots of signalling going on around the place, and they've got spies all over trying to catch the cheats, as they call them. I don't, personally. The system is making them do it, and that's a shame.
Yes. There's inevitably going to be spies. You inevitably can't stop it. It's just one of the low points if you have a scoring system like this. And there are many arguments for and against it. I know you're not a big fan. There are some who think it actually has improved things a little bit. It's a little bit more open now. Whether it's more honest, it's open to judgment.
Yes. Let's not go there, eh?
Oh, we've done it, haven't we? No. I think we're pretty clear on your opinion. Anyway, into the final round. I think we're both agreed that this is pretty close.
Yeah.
So whatever route they've got to this point, they've got the right point.
Sure.
9 each.
So. Yeah, all to be settled on the last round, of course. But who's your money on, Simon?
I just have a feeling about Paliani.
Yeah, he's more experienced, isn't he, at this level? Well, this kind of level anyway. Sаттarkhanov, an up-and-comer.
Final round there. Paliani of Turkey in blue. Sаттarkhanov of Kazakhstan, now a point in front.
And Paliani, 7 years older, of course, than this 20-year-old from Kazakhstan. And we'll be calling on that extra experience, of course, to try and win this one and get a place in the semi-final. But a tough fight awaiting with Tamzamani.
He's treading on his toes.
Yes, often happens, of course, with an orthodox boxer against a southpaw. And another thing that happens as well that a lot of people may not appreciate is that, you know, you can both throw your jab at the same time and collide in the middle, and it's very painful. Seen a few bits of damage done by that.
Both looking a little cautious at the moment. One mistake could be crucial here. 1 minute to go, 1 minute away, both these two, from a bronze medal.
And still, 11-11 seems to be a fair reflection of what we've seen. But a lovely right again there from Sаттarkhanov.
Yes. Paliani had his head jerked back. He can't afford to drop another point at this stage now. The Turk has got to come forward. Time beginning to run out on Paliani. Bronze in the Olympics in Atlanta. It may not be a medal for him here.
Oh, and again, a lovely punch there from Sаттarkhanov, but the judges didn't reckon that was a scorer.
Of course, if the scores are level, it goes to count back to the individual judges scoring. Sаттarkhanov, just a quarter of a minute away from a medal here for Kazakhstan.
And if only he knew.
One blow would do it for Paliani.
Not going to get it, is he?
Doesn't look like it. Nope, he's run out of time.
What a shame for him.
Well, he should have done a little bit more, I think, in that fourth round. And Sаттarkhanov has created just a little bit of a surprise here. And it's the Kazakhstan who goes through. The Turks can't believe it. They now know what's happened. And for all his class, for all his experience, for all his achievement, Paliani is out. No medal this time, and Sаттarkhanov will have a medal. Question is, what colour?
And the look on Paliani's quarterman's face there, I mean, he looked absolutely furious.
Didn't quite do enough. No arguments, it was desperately close, but I think they got the right winner.
Well, we did say that Paliani was a little bit flat over the last couple of contests, and, you know, so it proved to be. Good winner, Sаттarkhanov, but big question, can he beat Tamzamani? I've got a feeling his counter-punching style is